Sweet friends, welcome to this very special episode and this very special series of Why Isn't Everyone Doing This? So, we are kicking off a few weeks of bonus episodes that are all dedicated to you embodying your highest potential. These bonus episodes are going to be all about embodied manifesting. I'm going to be covering why thoughts are not enough, why vision boards are not enough, and the magic that happens when you bring your dreams out of your head and get them into your heart, into your body. So for the next few weeks, you're going to be hearing from me, my students who have done Ziva Magic. You're going to hear from past podcast guests and more, all diving into the real power and the science behind manifesting. So if you've ever thought that manifesting was just wishful thinking or a bunch of woo, this series may just change your mind. Because the thing is, manifesting is not magical thinking. It's all about figuring out where your blocks are. It's about the brave work of discovering where your trauma, where your limiting beliefs are, where that inner child needs some love so that you can start to become an energetic match for that which you desire. So what is Ziva Magic? It is an embodied manifesting formula that I have spent the last 5 years dedicating my life to that is going to help you to visualize, alchemize, and magnetize the life of your wildest imagination. And make sure you stick around in the end because I'm going to give you a free guided visualization to help you get clear on your vision. What is it that you would truly love? This is one of the embodied practices that I teach inside of Ziva Magic, and I'm so excited to gift it to you today to let you have a little sneak peek of just how amazing this formula really is. But first, I have a very special invitation for you. So on July 22nd, I'm going to be hosting a free activation, a workshop. And this is not just another manifesting workshop. This is going to be a 3-hour intensive where you're going to get to experience live in real time with thousands of people around the globe an activation. So together, we're going to drop into deep coherence, help you get crystal clear on what it is that you want. And you could manifest your dream relationship, your dream career, your dream level of abundance, your dream home. No dream is off limits. Nothing is too selfish. Nothing is too altruistic, but you're going to get really clear on what it is that you would love. And then we're going to alchemize anything that's not an energetic match for that. And then we're going to activate the most creative force on the planet, your life force, and dedicate that to the dream. And doing it in a group is so much more powerful than doing alone. So to join me live on July 22nd, all you need to do is click the link in the bio or head to makemagic.zivameditation.com and you'll see everything you need to register. Now, when you save your free spot, you're also going to get access to a quiz called What's Blocking Your Magic? And this is a really powerful tool to help you prepare for this live event because you're going to go in and learn what is your unique manifesting superpower and perhaps more importantly, what's blocking you from your magic. So like I said, when you click the link in the comments, you're going to get access not only to this free workshop on July 22nd, but also the What's Blocking Your Magic quiz. So click the link in the show notes right now to take your quiz and save your free spot. And then I am so excited to make magic with you live on July 22nd. Okay, so let's dive into the science of manifesting. And before we even get to this, I want to just ask you a question. How many minutes do you think you spent worshiping your worries just yesterday? Like, how many minutes did you spend wondering what's going to happen if I can't pay my rent? What's going to happen if my kids don't get into this school? What's going to happen if I get a negative health test? What's going to happen if my partner doesn't do this? So this is not your fault, right? We've been trained to worship our worries. We've been trained to really advocate for and value our left brain, our critical mind, and the executive function of the brain, which are all necessary. But for most people, we're allowing our dreams, our soul, our purpose to be in service to our ego. And actually, we want to start to flip this to where our ego is in service to our soul, that our intellect is in service of our deep, divinely inspired desires. So it's kind of flipping everything that we've learned on its head. And I believe that our desires are divinely inspired, that nature gave you these desires, and inside of them are the tools to bring them into the manifest. So how do we actually do that? Well, inside of all of our brains, we have something called the reticular activating system, or the RAS. And the reticular activating system is a bundle of neurons at the base of your brain that basically functions as your brain's filter. Now, the reality is that in any given moment, there are millions of potential inputs available to us, and the brain simply can't process all of them simultaneously, and so it has to prioritize. And so, if your body is in a chronic state of stress from not sleeping enough, or your kids being sick, or not making enough money to cover your living expenses, anything that's going to throw you involuntarily into that low grade fight or flight stress response, then the reticular activating system, or the filter of your brain, has to filter in for things that are potentially life threatening. Like, is my house going to fall in? Am I going to get into a car accident? And this is actually why so many of us are involuntarily worshiping our worries instead of spending that same amount of time and energy worshiping our dreams, putting that same time and energy on what would we love. And so this is why manifesting is so powerful. And it's also why the combination of meditation and manifesting is so much more powerful together. Because I know thousands of people who are meditating and not manifesting. And what happens there is that no matter how regulated your nervous system is, no matter how good you feel, if you are not clear on what it is that you want, it's very hard for nature to give you your desires. Now, conversely, what a lot of people are doing, especially now that manifesting is so popular, is a lot of people are making the vision boards. They're doing the affirmations. They're even using AI to help give them these visualizations of their future reality. However, they're not regulating their nervous systems. They're not changing their neurochemistry. And here's the thing, is that we don't get what we want. We get who we are. I'm going to say that again. When we're manifesting, we don't get what we want. We get who we are. We attract that which we are a vibrational match for, meaning that even if your subconscious is vibrating at the frequency of fear, then you might subconsciously be attracting the very thing that you're afraid of. And this is why Ziva is so powerful, because when you meditate first and then go into manifestation, you're asking these questions from not only a regulated nervous system, but from a place of bliss. And then with Ziva Magic, which is the embodied manifesting formula, you're taking that to a whole new level, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So one of the key things that I teach inside of Ziva Magic, I ask you a question, and I'll share that question with you now. And this is my favorite question to ask when you're manifesting, and that is simply, what would I love? What would I love? What would I love? Now, that might sound simple because it is, but usually the most profound teachings are the simplest. And when you ask yourself that question, what would I love? What would I love in my bank account? What would I love for my relationship? What would I love for my relationship with my kids to feel like? What would I love for my body to look and feel like? It shifts our attention out of what's the worst thing that could happen? What might go wrong? What do I need to do to prepare for the worst? And instead, it very subtly but powerfully starts to ask, well, what is the prayer? If I could have anything I want, what would I love? And more importantly, what would I love right now? Now, the magic in this question, it puts you into the present moment. It puts you into possibility. It puts you into that frequency of pure unconditional love. And again, if we don't get what we want, we get who we are, then simply by asking that question, you are changing the vibration with which you are vibrating, because the answer to that question has a different frequency than the question. Right? Like if you stay in the frequency of the question of like, what's the worst thing that could happen? What's going to go wrong? What happens if we don't do this? Then you're vibrating at not only the question, but also the question of fear, versus what would I love puts you into possibility, and it starts to shift you into the frequency of the answer. Now, what does that mean? I know that the term frequency can sound a little bit woo-woo, but imagine that you were to hold up a tuning fork, and this tuning fork vibrates at 520 hertz. And then if you were to play music that vibrates at 480 hertz, then the tuning fork will not vibrate. But if you were to play music at 520 hertz, the same frequency of the tuning fork, then it will start to vibrate as well. So that's what I mean, is that like attracts like. If you walk into a room and you're vibrating with generosity, joy, possibility, fun, love, laughter, then you will find and attract people in the room who are vibrating at that same frequency. If you walk into a room and you're vibrating at the frequency of fear, judgment, shame, guilt, loneliness, then you will start to attract people at that same frequency. And that is really the art of manifesting. You're not only getting clear on what it is that you would love, you're starting to figure out how to let your body vibrate at that same frequency so that you become an energetic match. Now, here's the beauty of embodied manifesting versus manifesting. And really all that means is that we're taking our dreams, we're taking our desires out of the head and moving them into the body. Because yes, it is true that thoughts become things. Yes, it is true that what you put your attention on grows, including if you're watering the weeds, you're going to grow more weeds. If you're watering the flowers, you're going to grow more flowers. But what we do in Ziva Magic and what we do with embodied manifesting is that we get our heads, our hearts, and our hoo-has all into coherence with each other. Now, when I say heart, I don't just mean the organ that's beating blood in your body. Now, yes, your heart is the organ, but there's also an electromagnetic frequency around your heart that is 5,000 times stronger than that of your head. I'm going to say that again. When you start manifesting with your heart, the magnetism of your heart and the electricity emitted by your heart is 5,000 times stronger than that of your head. So imagine getting crystal clear on your vision and having your heart amplifying that dream. Now, what we do in Ziva Magic is that we get your body on board as well. We get the generator and the magnet of your body, which is your hoo-ha, your root, your creation energy. We start to amplify your dreams with that life force as well. So now you have clarity of vision, you have potency of your feelings, and you have the magnet and the generator of your body all pointed towards the same dream. And that is why it starts to feel like magic. But step one of this formula is getting clear on what it is that you would actually love. So in order to do that, I want to gift you a little sneak peek inside of our flagship embodied manifesting course, which is called Ziva Magic. And honestly, this is my magnum opus. This is the thing that I've spent the last 5 years of my life developing. It is like a work of art, and you're going to get an audio sneak peek of one of the first embodied lessons, which is all about you getting clear on your vision. What is it that you would love? And you can use this as many times as you like. You could do this on your dream relationship, your dream body, your dream home, your dream career. Really, again, no dream is too big or too small. You could also do it on your dream planet. Like, what does heaven on earth look like and feel like for you? So please enjoy this gift from me. This is one of the first embodied practices from Ziva Magic, and I'm so excited to hear how it goes. So let me know what you're manifesting in the comments below. All right, sweet friends, now we get to take the things that we've been learning and put them into practice. So welcome to your very first embodied practice, where we are going to visualize a dream that you have for yourself, where we get to take the luxury of time to get curious about what you would love. And I really invite you to go into this exercise with an attitude of curiosity, of openness, of wonder. Instead of going into this being like, I know I'm going to manifest $1 million before I turn 35, or I have to get pregnant, or I've got to close this deal. Like, let's go into this visualization. Let's let our head, our heart, and our hoo-ha get into coherence with each other. Let's drop into these more subtle states of consciousness, ask the question, and listen. You know, our lives are so fast-paced. We're so much in the doing of our lives that rarely do we get to relax into the being. So I invite you to take advantage of the luxury of this time, take advantage of this guidance to listen to perhaps how your dream would like to use you, how nature would like to use you. So before we go into the visualization, I'm going to invite you to set ceremony space in your home. If you have a candle that brings you joy, if you have any smells or sprays that help your body to really notice that this is a different state of consciousness, that we are entering into a special practice, I would invite you to do that now. You want to be comfortable and in an uninterrupted place for the next 15 to 20 minutes. You could use headphones if you need, or you could play this out loud. But really, this time is for you. This is going to be our first of 3 visualizations, our first of 3 embodied practices that we'll do in this module. Each one will be a variation on you getting clear on what you would love to magnetize. What does heaven on earth look like for you? What dreams would you love to manifest? Now, this is not going to be a full meditation class, but I will drop you into a more subtle state of consciousness. And the thing that I want you to know about all meditations is that thoughts are not the enemy. Okay, thoughts are not the enemy of meditation. If you're having thoughts, that's a-okay. As a matter of fact, when we're doing a visualization, the whole point is that we're guiding your thoughts to a specific direction. But if you find yourself doing your taxes or thinking about your ex or wondering what you're having for dinner, don't stress, don't beat yourself up. Just take a breath and come back to my voice. Take a breath and come back to the feeling in your body. Really, the whole game with this practice is that feeling is the secret. So don't worry about getting it right. Don't worry about getting it wrong. You can just take the ride and enjoy. So you have a candle, you could light it now. You have any smells or sprays, you could purify your space. I'll start by playing a singing bowl. And the thing to know about singing bowls, one of the reasons why they are so powerful and can be so healing, is that they're acting almost like an external mantra. So similar to Ziva meditation, we use a mantra internally to bring the body into coherence and to de-excite the nervous system. Singing bowls can do the same thing, but from the outside in. So if you're feeling like your mind is feeling erratic or your body's feeling stressy, just bring your awareness to the sound of the bowl and let the vibrations start to bring your body, bring your cells into coherence. From this place of coherence, we can really start to make beautiful magic. So go ahead and get comfortable. Taking a big breath in through your nose. Exhaling on the sound of Ah, the sound of God. Ah. Another big breath into your heart. Again, exhaling on the sound of Ah, the sound of God. Ah. This time breathing all the way down into your root, all the way down into your hoo-ha. And exhaling. Closing the eyes if you haven't already. Letting your attention and awareness start to tune to the frequency and the sound of the bowl. Letting each breath soften your body. Letting each breath deepen your awareness. Taking this time to come home to yourself, letting go of any agenda, of what you should or shouldn't be doing, of how you should or should not be feeling, and simply surrendering to what is. Letting each breath soften your body. And now I invite you to imagine that there are two powerful golden cords extending down from your heart, through your root, traveling all the way down through your feet, penetrating the surface of the earth, and traveling all the way down to the crystalline core of the planet. On your next inhale, breathing up that grounded crystalline energy up through your feet, through your root, all the way up into your heart. As you exhale, allowing your muscles to soften, open, surrender. Again, tuning into those chords, connecting you to this moment in time, this space on planet Earth. Arriving fully in your body, fully here, fully now. With your next inhale, breathing up that grounded, crystal-like energy up into your bones. Remembering that your bones have crystal qualities in them. And now ever so gently bringing your awareness about 8 inches above your head. And imagining that you have a halo or a crown, or what I like to call your cosmic antenna. Really tuning you into collective intelligence. And could you imagine turning it on so that this crown, this halo, starts to emanate this beautiful golden white light? Imagining this crown, this halo, this antenna as a funnel. Receiving, capturing any downloads, any insights, any inspirations that nature would love for you to receive during this visualization. And now, I invite you to practice a simultaneity of consciousness. So allowing one part of your awareness to tune into those golden cords connecting you to the core of the earth, and one piece of your awareness on this crown above your head. Really starting to feel and experience yourself as a vessel, as a channel. So that even already we can tune into the frequency of heaven and allow it to pour down through the top of your head and be transmitted all the way down through the bottoms of your feet into the earth. And now I invite you to imagine a powerful, beautiful, iridescent bubble of light all around you. And filling it with so much love. So much safety. So much wonder. So much curiosity. Now activating an even more powerful golden ring of light around you and your space, so that you are so held, so protected, so that any insights that want to come through, any transmissions, are guarded and protected. And with this ritual space set, I invite you now to tune into your higher self, whatever you like to call that. For this course, we're going to call that future you. So tuning into the most evolved, the most loving, the most connected version of you that you can imagine. And inviting them here with you now, so that you feel so held, so guided, so protected, so safe. And from this space, simply breathing in the word let, and breathing out the word go. Breathing in the word let, and breathing out the word go. You can simply hear this silently in your mind. Let go. Let go. Let go. Letting it get fainter and softer, letting your body soften and rest. There's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. You can simply let go. And from this space of alignment, of groundedness, I invite you to think of at least 3 things that you are grateful for right now. It does not matter how big or small they are. Just scanning your body, your relationships, your home, your refrigerator. What are you grateful for right now? And it can certainly be more than 3. But as you think of them, you could say out loud or in your mind, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If the only prayer we ever said was thank you, it would be enough. Gratitude is reminding you of everything you have already manifested, everything you have already co-created with nature. So scanning all of the areas of your life that you feel thankful for and expressing that gratitude now. Really acknowledging everything that you have already co-created with your future self. Celebrating all of your successes so that we can build on top of them. Acknowledging what a powerful manifester you already are. Noticing all of the evidence of magic that is already present in your life. And from this space of deep groundedness and enthusiastic gratitude, what would you love? Truly, what would you love? If you had a magic wand and you could wave it over your life, if you could wave it over your body, your relationships, your home, your career, your impact, your community, what would you love? There is nothing that is too big or too small for your desire. We just want to be honest. What would you love? And getting curious, really listening. What would I love? It wants to feel possible. It wants to feel good in your body. What would you love? And there might be many dreams dancing in your consciousness right now, but for today, let's just choose one. One desire that you would love to magnetize. One divinely inspired desire. And now I invite you to imagine this dream as if it has already happened. Once you are clear on this desire, I'm going to invite you to drop your awareness into this dream as if it is your current reality. Really letting this dream unfold all around you. Noticing what it feels like as this dream is coming true. The enthusiasm, the excitement. How does this dream make you feel? Imagining that you could put on a virtual reality headset and taking a look around this dream. What's the most beautiful thing you can see as this dream is unfolding all around you? Are you inside or outside? Is it summer or winter? Who's with you? Noticing all the sounds that you can hear. Are there birds chirping? Are people applauding? Are they laughing? Are they crying? Really allowing yourself to enjoy the sounds of this dream, feeling it all unfolding in present tense right now. What does this dream taste like? Is the food any sweeter? Are the smells any richer? Really giving yourself the 5 sensory experience of this dream as your current reality. And again, tuning into the feeling, because this is the most important part, tuning into the feeling of the dream. Do you feel proud of yourself? Do you feel confident? Do you feel generous? Do you feel enthusiastic, optimistic? But really breathing in this feeling into every single cell of your body, letting your cells start to vibrate at the frequency of this dream, letting your heart open to the possibility, letting your heart open to the joy of receptivity, letting it feel fun, letting it be joyous, letting yourself celebrate. And who is the first person that you'd want to call when this dream comes true? I want you to imagine picking up the phone right now and calling them. Mom, I visualized this thing and then it happened. Babe, you're not going to believe this, but I imagined this thing and then it came true. And really feel the enthusiasm, the joy, the pleasure of sharing this dream with your beloved. And opening up your heart and receiving their enthusiasm for your success. Really living the fact that a joy shared is doubled. And letting that frequency of the dream double inside of your body. Letting your cells start to vibrate even faster. Accelerating your vibration, tuning into that infinite potentiality. And trusting that this or something better is already on the way to you. that this or something even better is already on the way, or you wouldn't even want it. So with that much trust, with that much confidence, with that much ease in your own nervous system, knowing that when this dream shows up, it won't feel foreign. It will feel familiar simply because you did this exercise. Simply because this dream now feels familiar to your nervous system. Simply because you took the time to place the order. Because you gave yourself permission to feel good. And starting to bring your awareness ever so gently back into this body, this time, this moment. But allowing your cells to continue vibrating at that frequency of joy, of possibility, of knowing that this dream is hurtling through time and space towards you right now. And the question is, how good can you let yourself feel as you receive it? Taking a big breath into your heart. And exhaling on the sound of ah. Really feeling that dream traveling through time and space to you right now, and giving yourself permission to lean back and to enjoy the anticipation of its arrival. To enjoy every piece of action that you take. To enjoy every time you move your feet now that we have said this prayer. And taking one more breath into your hands, into your feet. Starting to bring your awareness into this room, this body, this moment, but keeping one piece of your awareness on this dream. Practicing the simultaneity of consciousness so that you're fully here with one piece on your dream. Really, really good. And when you're feeling ready, in your own time, you can ever so gently, ever so slowly start to flutter your eyes halfway open and close them again. Really feeling this dream already done. Tuning into all of that joy, that gratitude, that enthusiasm, and bringing that with you as you open your eyes. Starting to ever so gently, slowly opening your eyes. And giving yourself an enormous high five. This is big, brave work. It takes audacity to believe in your dreams. It takes bravery to carve out space from what is, to feel into the potentiality of what is on the way. So bravo on doing your first embodied practice. Bravo on doing this visualization and starting to put your attention on the reality that you would love to magnetize. Welcome back from that beautiful journey into your future, into really feeling, smelling, tasting, seeing that which you would love. So I'm so curious to know what it is that they are manifesting. What are you calling in? Let me know in the comments so I can hold those dreams with you. And thank you for receiving this little gift, this sneak peek inside of Ziva Magic. Now, if you haven't already, I would love to have you join me on July 22nd for Magic Maker. You can click the link in the show notes to get access to the free workshop. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's going to be 3 hours, and there's going to be thousands of people from around the globe coming together to visualize, alchemize, and magnetize the life of their wildest imagination. And the reason why I'm doing this is that, yes, I want you to get your goals for your own life, but I also love the idea of thousands of us dropping into coherence and putting up our prayers for the planet. And we're going to get to do that together on July 22nd. So also, when you save your spot for the workshop, you're going to get instant access to a quiz called What's Blocking Your Magic? And this is really a self-assessment tool that's going to prepare you for the workshop on July 22nd. We're going to get clear on, is it the visualized part? Is it the alchemized part? Is it the magnetized, where your superpower is and where your weaknesses are? Because it's important to know, what are my manifesting superpowers, but also where could I use to strengthen? And then you can bring that with you live on July 22nd. So If you haven't already, go ahead and click that link in the show notes or go to makemagic.zivameditation.com and join me for free on July 22nd. And please share this with any friends who are calling in something big for themselves or the planet. All right, I love you, and I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode of Why Isn't Everyone Doing This? I'll see you next week.